his name across his, and Johnny Tapia has trunks that look like they were made for George Foreman, down to his almost kneecap. As you mentioned, Tapia has had quite an amateur career, and in the amateurs he beat Hector Lopez, who Hector won a bronze.
Won a silver medal in the 84 games.
And is doing great guns as a pro. He also beat Ricky Romero, a top flyweight. This is his pro debut. He came in from Albuquerque because he heard so much about the Irvine Marriott. Wanted to be on the card here. Chavez certainly has the edge in pro experience with a 7-1 record, managed by the veteran Eddie Fierro.
I look for Larry Tapia to be a little busier. That's the way most of the amateur fighting is done. Busy, and throwing a lot of punches. Of course, he mixes up the left hook and the uppercut and the right hand pretty well. Efren Chavez, pretty cool, pretty collected, pretty confident, not a wild at all.
Chavez is a graduate of amateur ranks.
That he is well schooled. Eddie Fierro had the El Monte Boys Boxing Club for many years there, and one of the products, one of his pride and joys is Efren Chavez. One of the examples of how boxing can help kids find a better way, instead of not doing anything, wasting time in the streets, Chavez took up boxing and also kept on going to school. And now he's doing a fine job as a professional fighter, and also has a decent job.
Well, Tapia, for making his maiden start tonight, certainly has a lot of poise. Classy young fighter.
He sure does, yeah. That was a good left hook that's thrown by Chavez, and of course answered right back by Tapia. I think Tapia's going to have to get a little busier. You're going against a kid, Efren Chavez, who knows what he's doing, and although inexperienced professionally, they're a little out of balance. The tremendous number of fights Tapia has as an amateur, I think, make up for that.
Referee Burton Gilliam is warning fighters to keep their punches up.
Pretty good execution of punches by Larry Tapia. You see there where he throws a left hook to the body, followed by a left hook to the head, and then right hand. Not many fighters do that.
That's Tapia with the long black right. He thought the round was over when he heard the 10-second warning. That shows you his limited experience as a professional.
And the round number 1. So Larry Tapia experiences his first round ever as a professional. Fought a pretty decent first round there.
That's his manager, Paul Chavez, giving him instructions, and also in the corner is the veteran Beto Martinez.
One more? The second round is scheduled for round out. Don't forget to stick the jab. And don't wait too much.
You can only hear now where the corner is telling him to keep working that jab, stick the jab.
There you go. Just stick the jab.
Tell you how anxious Johnny Tapia was to fight here at the Marriott. He and his manager, they paid their own plane fare to get out here for a 4-round bout.
That's anxious, all right. Without taking anything away from Efren Chavez, he's fighting a very smart fight. He's not allowing Chavez to score that well with the advantages that he has, being taller, longer reach.
What Chavez is doing smartly is keeping Tapia at a distance. And Tapia, is throwing punches, but falling short.
Both fighters connected with a left hook there, and then of course Chavez came back and did it again, a left and a right. There you see a mark of a kid that's paid his dues in the gym. Keeps his eyes open, he knows what's happening, is in control. Of course, Chavez is not at all awed by the tremendous experiences that Larry Tapia has had. Any other fighter would feel uneven by having that. Good punch landed there by Chavez.
Here comes Tapia back.
What John Tapia is doing wrong, I think, again, I'll say it again, Don, he's got the advantage of being longer and taller. He should be jabbing a lot at Chavez and get it closer. Chavez fighting an excellent bout at this time. Of course, Efren Chavez was one of El Monte Boys Club's most outstanding boxers. Diamond Bell, Junior Golden Glove, national champion, national runner-up in the juniors. Good combinations, good counters by Efren Chavez. Initially, Johnny Tapia is doing some good maneuvers there, but they counter real well by Chavez. Good uppercuts on both sides. Both fighters do a tremendous uppercut there.
I'd like to point out that both these bantamweights are in great condition.
They're in excellent shape. It's a credit to their trainers and themselves for being in shape for this fight, Don. It really is.
Spit down. Good. Get back. You're doing fine. After he misses, get him. After he misses, get him. Make him miss and then get him.
There we see Chavez, shorter man, and scoring well and backing up Johnny Tapia. Ready for round 3, and very close fight, but I would say that Efren Chavez
Make him miss.
has an edge at this time. Paul Chavez, the manager of Tapia, is saying make him miss. I think it's a case, Armando, of two well-matched, well-polished young bantamweights.
This in fight circles, Don, is considered an excellent match. You got two kids. Although Chavez has had 7 wins and 1 loss, of course, as a professional, to none for Tapia. Tapia's had 122 amateur bouts. He was a heck of a well-known amateur fighter in the world ranked for a couple of years, and it's a really well-even match fight.
Nice right hand by Tapia. I think if you just tuned in now and you're looking at these two bantamweights, you might say, gee, must be a 10-rounder.
Yes.
They're showing so much polish.
Chavez shows a lot of poise, as does Tapia. Tapia, of course, in his first fight might have a little bit of the jitters, a little bit of the butterflies, but Chavez himself is fighting an excellent bout. Excellent counter-punching, excellent response to all of Tapia's punches. You see a nice step took by Chavez. A lot of good execution on the part of both fighters. Those of you that like boxing for the sake of boxing, the art, both of these men are showing how it's done. Of course, in the emotional side, Don, you've got Johnny Tapia there. first fight as a pro, a young man, excellent amateur record. You'd say, well, hopefully he wins his first fight so he gets started. But then you have a nice kid, Ernesto Chavez, Efren Chavez out of El Monte, who's an example to a lot of kids in the barrios of El Monte, because he comes from there and he's doing good for himself, making a name for himself, making some money, making his family proud of him. And you hope that he wins also, of course. You notice the way that Johnny Tapia throws that long, open left hook. That's a vicious punch if it lands on the chin, of course.
Chavez certainly is very cool. He doesn't lose his composure. He just does his thing, which is keeping his hands up and counter-punching.
One of the best things I could possibly say about Chavez tonight is the fact that he is so cool and composed and confident about the whole thing here.
25 seconds remaining in the third round of a very hotly contested bantamweight bout scheduled for 4. The reason it's scheduled for 4 is because this is Tapia's first fight, but he certainly has the earmarks of being a main eventer soon, as does Efren Chavez. Both are future main eventers.
Exactly.
Johnny Tapia to your right in the long black trunks, and Efren Chavez black and white. 4-rounders, bantamweights. They've been going at it for 3 furious rounds without a let-up.
Johnny Tapia coming out to win this third round, this 4th round. A little more action. Surprising, or should I say not surprised, Ernesto Chavez, Efren Chavez is not getting any excited about it. He's keeping his composure, countering every move.
Nice right uppercut by Chavez, a punch you seldom see these days. Fighters sort of forget about the uppercut.
Both fighters execute punches very well done. Jab, hooks, uppercuts, long right hands.
Tapia trying to pull this out with a rally here in the 4th and final round. But Efren Chavez holding his ground right over our KDOC microphone. There goes Tapia on the goal.
And Chavez not giving any ground. He's fighting back.
An excellent match made by our matchmaker here, Johnny Cabrera, putting these 2 youngsters together.
Efren Chavez coming back. Throws a good left hook there. Surprises Johnny Tapia with that. Tapia coming back, of course. Trying to stay on top of Chavez. Score as many punches as he can inside.
Just about a minute remaining here in the 4th round. It's the final round. We're going to go to a decision.
A lot of punches being thrown here in this 4th round. Both men have landed quite a few punches. It's a heck of a war. This is what I call boxing with clean amateur boxing. I mean pro boxing, but with cleanness, you know, Don? All punches thrown very well, very straight.
Tapia shook up Chavez, but I don't think there's enough time remaining. It's going to be a close one, though. Maybe a draw would be the perfect verdict. Just about down to the
10 seconds to go.
An exciting 4-rounder. Go to a decision, which will be decided by Gwen Farrell, Chuck Acid, and John Thomas. Fans very receptive to this exciting 4-rounder.
Measured by Johnny Tapia, Efren Chavez.
Weighing know, Don, people are standing up applauding. And when you see this, it's a lot of credit to both of these young men. It was an excellent show. Boxing, sportsmanship, technique, guts, conditioning, fortitude in both fighters, and good, clean fun, if you will. Boxing at its best. And we'll catch some of the slow motion that took place in this last fourth and final round. We had Tapia tried to have Chavez on the ropes most of the round, but Chavez was, of course, responding every time. It was never a lopsided time. It was always give and take, even exchange by both fighters. Tapia did an excellent job, as did Efren Chavez.
We'll get the official.
All I can say was a great fight.
Yeah, and it's hard to have a winner and loser unless a draw would be fair, but we're going to get the decision from Danny Valdivia right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a majority decision. Judge Chuck Hassett scores it 39-37 Chavez. He's overruled. Judge John Thomas, Judge Guinadere. John Thomas scores it 39-39. Guinadere scores it 38-38. A majority decision draw. How about a nice hand for both of these young men?
It was a good decision, Don. It was a great fight. It would be sad to have either one of these guys lose the fight, and it would be nice to see both of them win, of course, and a draw is the best verdict that can be had. It was a tremendous fight. Wish you had been here in person to see it, but I tell you, this is what makes fighting here at the Irvine Marriott so exciting.
Well, it was well received by everybody. A draw between Johnny Tapia